Hey guys, this is Rob with Don't Wear My Chanellas. My very first inaugural video. Well, I did a little short, kind of putting some info about there about Mike's Philippine journey. We're going to circle back to that. But let me give you a little introduction as to why I'm here, why this is my first video, why I'm going to talk about what I'm talking about. So I'm a guy. I've been in the Philippines about 2 years. Married to a Filipina that I met in the States. We're the same age. She's actually like 2 months older than me. Not dealing with an age gap. I didn't meet her on a dating site. I didn't meet her in the Philippines. I don't have any visa problems. My visas are pretty straightforward. You know, so I kind of went out into the YouTube verse, if you will, to kind of see what channels were talking about here in the Philippines and whether I had anything to add or not. Somewhere along in here, I'm supposed to say, hey, smash that subscribe, ding that bell. I don't give a shit. Do it if you want to. This isn't about subscribers for me. I'd rather have people critique my content or ask me questions and get out real information that's going to help people. And if it's 100 people that I help or 10, that's fine. That's fantastic. I could care less whether I have thousands of subscribers. So just give you a little insight into my mindset here. And if I come off a little bit salty, I'm going to tell you why. Because I kind of went out there to evaluate the content that was available on YouTube for people that are in that situation, contemplating coming to the Philippines, and it was a shit show, man. I just couldn't believe it, and I kind of got sucked in. I took a dive to evaluate some channels, and I'm not going to call out a lot of channels other than one in particular that was terminated, just as an example to communicate the point of this topic. And the topic is be careful where you're getting your information from on YouTube, because a lot of these YouTubers are just disingenuous. They say they're real, but maybe not so much. So this is just kind of an obvious example of that, and a cautionary tale to be discerning with who you listen to on YouTube. There's firsthand experience. Even it can be a little subjective here in the Philippines. My firsthand experience for a particular situation could be totally different than someone else's. So you have there's a lot of nuance to navigating living in the Philippines as an expat. A lot of that nuance is going to have to do with you, what your goals and your situation is coming to the Philippines. I took 10 years to plan my transition to the Philippines, and it was kind of dicey, man. The pandemic really made it kind of shaky and questionable whether I'd be able to pull it off. But thankfully I did. And then your environment, where you land here in the Philippines, and what you're dealing with here. If you're single and you're looking for love, whatever. And a lot of those topics I'm not going to be able to help you with. I'm not on Filipino dating sites. I'm not out there looking for a Filipino wife. I'm good to go in that department. You know, um, I'm not going to talk, and I'm not going to talk about topics that have been just regurgitated over and over again. If you want some information on how to renew your visa, it's freaking out there. You don't need me to tell you. It's not interesting to me, and it's been well covered. So let's kind of circle back to why I'm talking about, or why the topic of this video is be careful with these YouTubers that you follow. So one of these guys was Mike's Philippine Journey, right? So let's jump over here, and this channel's gone now, okay? And there's a lot of conjecture out there, like, did he take it down? Did YouTube take it down? It's really not too hard to figure this shit out. But he had a channel. He had 25,000 subscribers. You can argue the income numbers. I think income on Filipino expat-based channels are a little bit less, because these guys generally don't have a lot of money. YouTube and Google knows this stuff, man. So anyway, and this guy has a lot of drama on his channel. Let me just put it that way. And that's fine, man. That's some entertaining stuff. I watch it and I laugh. But, you know, what annoys me is when you pick up the banner of being an arbiter or, excuse me, arbitrator of this information and somewhat of an authority, and then you start denigrating other YouTubers that maybe don't really want to wear that hat, but just want to go out there and put information out about their experience on YouTube and enjoy that, you know, and you take this, you know, holier than thou attitude and then just start calling people out. And man, it just creates some toxicity very quickly. So his channel isn't the only one. It's just the one that I'm going to highlight today because it's so blatantly obvious what this guy's about. Okay. Yeah. Other channels, you may have to be a little bit more discerning. You know, so anyway, it is what it is. So quick backstory. The guy is out there. He's running his channel. He's having beefs with these guys. He's calling people out, wanting to pull their man card if they don't debate him. All this nonsense, you know. And really, I feel kind of cringy making this video. But I want you guys to know, you know, if you want, you know, what's kind of happening in the YouTube sphere with these channels, because it's kind of bullshit, I think. So anyway, there you go. 25,000 subscribers, 3 million plus views. He's making money, not insignificant money. This is going to kind of become a topic here later in the video, but you know, he'll tell you like 700 a month, and this is estimating 1.6 to 2.2 thousand per month, whatever, you know, 10, 12, 15K a year. That's a lot of money to just light on fire. I wouldn't do it. You know, I'm not suffering. I'm not on a tight budget, but I'm still not a fucking idiot. And I'm not going to light 10, 15K US dollars on fire. And I don't think most people would. So anyway, let's jump over and we'll take a quick look at, you know, so his channel went down, right? And there was a lot of controversy, like, oh my God, what happened? Mike's gone, you know, Mike's Philippine Journeys is gone. And so let's, one thing I gotta tell you, when I watch his video, it kind of reminds me of Inglourious Bastards, you know, where Shoshana, she stitches her little video into the film that's being played for the Nazis. And, you know, not trying to draw any connections there, but it's just what it reminds me of. It's just a creepy video. So let's see what Mike has to say.
But that's impossible. There has to be another reason. No, there's not. Other than the fact that I chose to. To prove to the point. Ask these vloggers.
Okay, that's enough. I don't want to take too much of his content. But this is the beginning of his narrative where he says, no one took me down. I chose to take it down. All right, so I'm not going to hold the spoiler till the end. Let's see what I want to do here. Okay, this is my channel where you're watching right now. And down here, I have a channel URL. Okay, this is just a bunch of characters after channel slash, and it's the master URL. I'll go up here and plug it in, and you'll see it goes to my channel. Now this is different than the URL that's based on the handle. Okay, if we go over here, you can't change it. It is what it is. It's locked. Okay, so now when we go to, let's see, let's find that URL. I think I put it in the description. Here we go. So this is that URL for Mike's channel. Let's drop it into browser. And there we go. This account has been terminated because it is linked to an account that received multiple third-party claims of copyright infringement. Okay? Fine, whatever. The guy wants to, you know, live in denial, throw out a little video, says, no, I didn't, you know, I took it down. YouTube didn't take it down. Yeah, whatever. There's tons of weasels out there that do that kind of crap. And, you know, fine. So, but what happens is he does another video. Let's go. I think I got it marked. Oh, here we go. Let's see what he says here.
Same time as for the purpose of taking the channel down, I did it on purpose. And at the same time
There
as
you go. He did it on purpose again. So this is the beginning of the gaslighting, right? And other things he says in this video is like if you, he kind of anticipates the pushback and says, oh, if you buy into this, you're weak-minded. And, it's just piles on. So that's the beginning of this narrative that he's just digging and he's just shoveling and getting this hole deeper and deeper, because that's not it, man. And again, that what he does on his channel and his the BS that he feeds his followers, really it kind of doesn't bother me a whole lot. And I'll tell you where I kind of got a little bit upset. So anyway, there's a video. Let's go back over here. This video, this is all his BS about, what happened to that channel. So fine. I think I commented here. Let's go down. Anyway, I said something to the effect of, I'm going to go with Occam's razor on this. It makes no sense. Another little thing I'll tell you. Let's just jump over here. He's still using his Mike's Philippine Journey thumbnails, banners, whatever, ending screens. And, of course, on this one, I guess it makes sense. But, let's kind of think about it for a second. If we wanted to, let's say there was some reason he could not save that exact channel and maintain those, or didn't want to. Maybe you do a video there announcing your rebrand, your new direction, your new channel, give your subscribers a chance to migrate over. But he didn't do any of that stuff. It was, and supposedly he went to his Discord and told those guys about it. And then he had some people carrying water for him saying, yeah. He told about it. But let's go. So again, let's not forget, this is from Google. This is straight up. This is the notice you get from his channel. And unless he wants to claim that Google got hacked and this is some BS, the fact is that his account was terminated because of copyright claims and infringement. It is what it is, okay? So I'm not calling the man a liar, but that ain't what he's saying. So let's jump over here. So then, so he puts out a couple of videos and then he appears in this live. This is, who are these people? Philippine Antics, okay? And they even have it labeled there. Mike appears and sets the record straight. I'm kind of getting an understanding of how smart these people are. Because they adjusted that title after things kind of got rolling. So anyway, so let's go down here and visit a comment. I don't know this dude, Chochi. So he writes this long comment and basically says exactly what I just demonstrated by going to his link. And he references possibly an AI channel that he was messing around with, and that it was on the same account that had his Mike Philippine. Not very smart, obviously, but I don't know. I don't think we're going to argue the intelligence of Mike here. Anyway, and he editorializes about Mike, but basically he just states it as fact, right? And then you got some guys are coming in and carrying water. So here's the thing. I posted here and kind of dropped the receipt. First, I wasn't necessarily interested in making a video about this. I was just going to take some information and let the big boys run with it. So what I did is I dropped the website where I found his master channel ID link and, told them, hey, go visit this and you'll kind of see the truth. Well, that shit got deleted, right? And I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just created this channel yesterday, okay? I'm not going to use an account that I have rolling with other business to do this nonsense. So I'm like, okay, maybe it was a new account. Maybe there's some run rules and, it deleted my comment or whatever. But I'm not really sure that's the case. So if we go over to Mike's video. Yeah, this one. I really need to find that comment because maybe he deleted everything now. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Ah, I'm at the top. All right. So basically, my comment was, this makes no sense whatsoever. Going to go with Occam's razor on this. If you got receipts, show them. So he says, I just did over at Antics, so no one could say it was doctored. And I'm not going to go through that video too much. But basically what he does is he goes into his Google AdSense, which does not get terminated on a YouTube channel termination, and shares that, and then pulls up his phone and shows some YouTube channels. And then, so I actually replied here, kind of mentioning, you know, the evidence that the channel was terminated by YouTube, and that was deleted. You know, so he, you know, he's happy to leave me up there for comments, but when I add a little bit more information, a receipt, if you will, then he deletes that. But whatever, it's his channel, fine. But this is where it kind of bugged me a little bit. So now you have these jokers, and actually Expat Trash in the Philippines, they did kind of a video on these guys, which is kind of funny. It's worth checking out. And I mentioned that. I'm comfortable mentioning it now because of what I've seen these guys do. So anyway, again, I dropped the evidence here twice, and they deleted it twice. And they're happy to run this video, this live, where Mike, quote unquote, sets the record straight. And what's interesting is Mike came here. He has his channel, right? He could drop receipts right here in his own video with his 638 subscribers. But no, he comes over here and visits these guys because, of course, they got 15,000 subscribers, and that's a quick way to recover a channel or gain subscribers for a new channel after you got hammered by YouTube, right? So there's some interesting moments in this. Let's see, what was I going to start with? Let's try this.
And everything like that. It's to prove a point, right? It's to prove a point because, like, you know, especially like, you know, guys like the British Expat, guys like you know, Sunshine and all of these guys, you know, a lot of these vloggers, especially a lot of these Filipino vloggers and stuff like that. It just shows the fact that they need those channels in order to be able to really just
Okay. So you know, if you're not him, if you're vlogging in this space or YouTubing in this space, then you need the money. But he evidently just absolutely does not need the money. It makes no sense to me. I can't reconcile. So because he says he doesn't need the money, evidently, well, let's go down and we'll go back to this comment. So this guy dropped some details about his other channel. Let's see. He may have edited that out. Oh, no. Okay, there it is. So this is the one he's using now, Home Health Success Academy, not being removed. So, like, okay, you have my curiosity now. He says he doesn't need the money. So this channel or this business must be a monster, right? I mean, let's see, where do I have that? Maybe I just need to search again. I think he comes up for home health marketing. He does have that keyword. Oh, is this him? Yeah, oh, there we go. Okay.
successful.
Shut up. Okay, so this is it. Home Health Success Academy. And he's got damn near 1,000 videos with a little over, or a lot over, almost 7,000 subscribers. And, but it looks like the last videos he did one 2 months ago, 107 views. So he's still working this angle 2 months ago. So he dropped a bunch of videos 2 months ago. But, okay. So here's what's kind of interesting. As far as a business, this thing's inactive. As far as a website, there's nothing there. He does run this thing, 10x patient referrals, or he's selling some course. So this was kind of interesting. This guy's kind of in my in the space that I used to be in. My wife and I, back in the States, we used to run assisted living businesses, so we're kind of familiar with healthcare. So I kind of see, this reminds me a lot of the stuff I would see. You get people that don't have a lot of money, and maybe they scratch and scrimp, and they start a home health agency or they start an assisted living home. And they get a license on the wall or they get the doors open, but then they really don't have a clue what to do from the marketing side. And and there's just so many of them, so it gets very very competitive because everybody has this idea that I'll do this and I'll make easy money, and then they come in and get preyed on by guys like this. Like they just promise, over promise, I'm going to fill your home, I'll get your home full of beds, or I'm going to fill, I'm going to get your census stacked, and you're going to have so many patients for your home health. And this is what he's pimping here. So it's kind of, I know a little bit about it. Interesting stuff. So let's jump over here and let's see how robust this business is, at least from an internet standpoint. So this is 10x patient referrals, and he's getting some traffic. Now SEMrush is not an exact science. He could have more traffic than this. And, this type of business, you don't need a lot of leads to generate income. So I don't doubt that he's running something here, but he's not blowing the doors off this thing, man. It's a grind. His SEO performance is shit. Excuse me, there's his traffic. I was in keywords. So actually he's not getting any reported traffic here. But like I said, he's got a website up. He's got social signals out there. He's probably getting some traffic, but it's probably minimal, right? And then we got this one here. I mean, this site, you saw it was dead, and he's actually getting traffic here that he's not even capitalizing on, so that's kind of stupid. You should probably at least redirect that site to his operational site. Okay, and another thing I would suggest, that if you're trying to operate a business like this, something that's clean in the corporate space, there's not a lot of wisdom to coming over to YouTube and putting your face and name to a channel that is trafficking in some, let's say, risky content, right? So I would never do that. When I was running marketing and consulting for the assisted living world back in the States, I would never just go out and fire up a YouTube channel and start, starting beefs with people and causing problems and developing a reputation that could cause people to have prejudice against me and impact my business. It's not a smart move. So to be honest, that just is more evidence to me that these businesses are damn near dead. And I'm speculating here. I'm going to be honest about that. I don't know. I saw some tags on YouTube where I think he landed like an Indian company. Maybe he's getting some of those rupees from India and they're buying his marketing. Anyway, I go down this whole path just to illustrate that the channel loss is significant to him. I'm speculating. I'm guessing that losing the channel with the 25,000 subscribers and that income, I don't buy a story at all. All right, so I got me a little vape here. Let's see, we talked about that. Did we play this? This is kind of funny. Let's watch this.
Mike, yeah, you might want to change that. I don't know. It's up to you. The name. I mean, I don't know if you want to keep that name. No.
Okay, so they're kind of like huddling up here. I don't know. It's a little suspicious. Like, yeah, it just kind of leads me to believe that this was coordinated. I don't know that 100%, but whatever. Let's carry on. Mics are off.
All right. There you go, Mike. Thanks. I'm just making sure. I wasn't sure if you wanted that
All right.
name up or not.
Mike got his last name off the StreamYard. Okay, cool.
All right. So we have two guests in the room right now. Yes. No. Yeah.
Go ahead and put Mike in there. The problem I have with the other guests is, one, we would have to see who they are, and I don't know about them coming in. We haven't divulged any of that information.
Yeah, so we wouldn't want to have anything that we're not prepared to respond to, right? We wouldn't have some content here that we can't contain and spin. All right, let's go.
You're not getting it.
No, I got
Right.
it.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're not getting it, George. This is for Mike. This is for Mike to recover his YouTube debacle. He'll get it.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
What's
Nice
up?
to see you're well and alive.
What is going on?
I'm doing a Nico avocado style right now.
Oh, you ain't right. Why'd you have to go there?
Well, he disappeared for the. Yeah. So does that mean that, I mean, there is a way to totally turn off the channel and turn it back on without the videos disappearing?
It's all good.
All right. So
Yeah, it's all gone because YouTube terminated the channel. Now, whether they give him a heads up and opportunity to download his stuff, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff, but here we go.
it's all gone. Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, but I downloaded all my videos first before I did all that. So I have all my videos and everything like that. It's to prove a point, right? It's to prove a point because, like, especially like, guys like
Okay, here comes the point, and it's going to be about the money. Listen up. This is funny.
the British expat, guys like Sunshine and all of these guys, a lot of these vloggers, especially a lot of these Filipino vloggers and stuff like that. It just shows the fact that they need those channels in order to be able to really just survive. Right, and it's to prove a point because everyone keeps on saying, it's like, oh, you live because of your channel. It's Starbucks money. You guys know how much these
Yeah, I
channels
mean,
can
our
make.
best month on our highest numbers was 300,
mean,
and our
yeah.
last one
Okay, this cracks me up here. Listen to George.
was what 10,000 pesos, and that was with stickers and before taxes. So it's $200 for the previous month.
Don't get me wrong. We're very
like
grateful. for it.
like this month.
Don't get me wrong. We need that $200. We're very grateful. Oh shit, that's hilarious.
I made 1,000.
Yeah, okay, enough of that. So let's see. Let's jump over to the next spot here.
Survive. Right, and it's to prove a point because everyone.
I think it's the same stuff. Hold on. Here we go. So here we got what this guy, our Philippine journey, Mike, and he's arrived to carry some water for Mike. So let's see what he has to say real quick.
Down. I'm taking it down. That's the first issue. All right. So for those people out there that are saying YouTube took it down, blah, 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 you know what?
Yeah, I'm saying YouTube took it down because that's what YouTube is saying. But okay.
But it's kind of like a guy. It's kind of like the plumber that's working on your sink that's got a dingleberry hanging out of the crack of his ass. Whatever. Right. That's the first issue. Second
I have no idea what he's talking about. Absolutely none.
issue. Hey, chosen one. Where are you? Okay. Chosen one, you need
Oh,
to.
damn.
Okay, so there we go. Let's call out some other YouTubers or subscribers and create some more drama. Yeah, I don't know. All right, next up, let's see what this clip is. Okay, this is another good one here. So this is, these guys, they're all operating in the same niche. Their audience. Now, the audience is diverse, man, right? I mean, like any YouTube audience is. But basically, their audience are, people that are interested in understanding, expat life in the Philippines. They have the same audience, right? So these guys have an active channel with 15,000 subscribers. This guy just quote unquote torched his, or not quote, but this guy just torched his channel for some mysterious reason. And let's now talk about the audience.
I want them to talk crap about me. And while they're talking crap, it just shows and exposes how pathetic a majority of these foreigner guys watching these videos, watching our channels, watching other.
Okay, Philippine antics. The majority of your subscribers are pathetic. Yeah. Let's watch it. George cracks me up. Watch it.
People's channels because they really have no clue.
Oh, there.
And that's what I'm saying.
What? Wait a minute. What are you saying?
I want lambs to get slaughtered. I want foreigners I'm gonna say this, and I say this so many times. I want foreigners to get scammed. I want foreigners.
Oh, he's like, oh, he's so puzzled. I'm like, he doesn't know what to think. I want foreigners to get scammed. Oh my God, poor George.
To get bamboozled. I want foreigners to fail in the Philippines. Why? Because they are stuck in this cult. They're stuck in this cult, like, these Filipino vloggers, these other vloggers out there, giving them BS.
Okay. So there you have it. Very pretty strong words, and he's not mincing words there. He's telling you what he thinks of you as subscribers, trying to get information about the Philippines, and it's crazy to me. I mean, this is their audience he's talking about, right? And George is smart enough to understand maybe this is not a good idea. But let's see what Heidi does. Let's see.
Yes, information.
Mike is saying what I think all the time.
Let's double down. Oh, this cracked me up. This was funny.
Well, I've said it some of the time.
Yeah,
but
90
George just said I was bitching.
Just because 90.
Yeah, okay. All right. So anyway, there you have it. I know this is kind of a mess. It's my first channel. I'm having fun. Where's my little home screen place here? All right. So, here's the takeaway, right? They make these comments, they get on there, and then they, they're trying to do whatever they can for subscribers, and they're going to help a buddy out, and you got, they're going to lie to you. So the thing is with, the other Mike and Philippine antics, I question their judgment where they're going to get on there and carry water for this knucklehead that was too much of an idiot to safeguard his YouTube channel. And then when someone calls them out on it, they're going to edit the comments and, continue the BS narrative. So these guys really have no credibility whatsoever in my book. And, I could probably dive into videos on more important topics, like what they're telling you about how to deal with life in the Philippines. And, it'll probably be tinted with the same, strategy, same tactics. And so you really need to pay attention. And, a lot of these guys out there, they do that on occasion, man. No YouTuber is perfect, right? People misspeak. People inject their personal opinion. But, the majority of their information is correct, And even Mike, he called out a YouTuber that, did something pretty terrible. He videotaped a Filipino woman bathing in the ocean. And I sympathize with his outrage. But, he's just made a bargain now where, a broken clock's right twice a day, but, you got to deliver more than that. You got to have a little bit of integrity, and you got to be right more often than you're wrong. And when you're wrong, you got to admit it. And this guy is just doubling down, tripling down on this narrative about how he took down his channel and lit 10, 15 grand on fire to prove a point that I don't even fucking understand what he's trying to prove. I really don't. There's a lot of ways to make that point. And the reason is because it's a false narrative. He's just gaslighting you, and that's the narcissism coming out, right? He can't admit a wrong, and that's the bottom line. And when you have a YouTuber like that that's putting out information that will invariably make mistakes, and they can't admit when they're wrong, it's going to turn into misinformation. Okay, so that's what I'm going to try to avoid on my channel. And, my stuff's going to be, I'm a motorcycle guy. I ride motorcycles. I do repairs on my house. I'm dealing with everyday life in the Philippines. I've experienced a few things. I've learned some things. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with anyone that's interested in it. So But that's it. Just be careful out there in YouTube land, because it is some spicy drama, and it's nuts, man. It's just crazy. All right, you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching if you made it to this point.